Hello, I'm Jashikins, and welcome to another episode of Jash Reads. Tonight, we are continuing reading Animorphs number 6, The Capture by K. Applegate. But before we do, I want to thank some of my Patreon donators, and by some I mean all, at least for now. That's always like fingers crossed here. But anyways, this patron don't. God damn, I keep on mispronouncing the site. Anyways, this Patreon donator, like for some reason, looked at what I do and it's like, hey, I just don't want to give this person likes or comment on them. I'm going to actually pay them for what they do. And for that, I am eternally grateful to James Bevan. I'm just gonna if I try. I'm sorry, Jim. Sorry, Jim. I think I'm worried if I keep on trying to pronounce your name correctly, I'll just keep on mispronouncing it for 5 minutes. So I'm very sorry, and I am also very thankful. And if someone watching this is wondering how they could, donate, what's my Patreon? If you're watching on the YouTubes, link in the description. If you are watching on my bloggity blog, link up above. And if you're watching this on the desktop version, link is also on the sidebar thingamajig. So let's get started. Morph, Jake! Morph now! Tobias had set me down the roof of a Boston market restaurant. Is the closest safe place he could find. I was lying helpless on tar, paper, and gravel. My legs were twitching. My antennae waved insanely. I was twitching and jerking and losing all control over my roach body. But the human me understood what was going on. I was dying. I had watched roaches die from poisoning. I had stood over them and thought, ha, serves you right. Now it was me. Now it was my body that was failing. I was the one suffocating and jerking. Jake, you have to morph out of this. Do it. Concentrate. I knew he was right. It was the only way to stay alive. But it was so hard to focus when I was trapped inside a dying body. I tried to picture myself human. I tried to form a mental image of myself. That picture was all mixed up with dolphins and birds and tigers and the dream. I was in it now, as the delirium swept over me in the dream. I was a tiger, moving with perfect silence, each muscle like liquid steel, every movement controlled, calculated. I could smell my prey. I could hear his clumsy human movements in the dark forest. He was slow. He was weak. He could not escape me. I would destroy him. I would bring down my prey. My prey. Tom. I saw him turn to look at me. I saw fear in his eyes. Fear of me. I settled back on my haunches, preparing for the final lunge. The killing lunge that would end with my teeth sinking into his neck, my jaws crushing his spine. He looked at me and held up his hands. No! I leapt, uncoiling unbelievable power. I leapt a huge, unstoppable hunter. I roared, a thunderous cry of triumph that could be heard for miles. And then I saw the tiger, saw myself. Saw orange striped fur and ruthless yellow eyes and saber teeth and claws that could rip open a buffalo hurtling toward me. Tom had become the tiger, and I was his prey. I closed my eyes, and when I opened them again, I saw right above me fierce eyes staring down from just a few inches away. The eyes of a hawk. Are you okay? Tobias asked. I raised my hand to look at it. Fingers. 5 of them. I don't know. Am I okay? You seem to have all your major limbs and so on, Tobias said. But it was a weird morph. You got poisoned pretty badly, I think. You seemed to be unconscious while you morphed. I'm alive, I said, feeling a little surprised. But of course, the amount of poison that almost killed me when I was a roach was nothing to me as a human. Hang on, I'm just going to drink a little. I think my voice is becoming a little rough. Okay. I said, feeling a little surprised. Of course, the amount of poison that had almost killed me when I was a roach was nothing to me as a human. Where are we? On the roof of a fast food restaurant. You saved my butt, Tobias. No problem. I am your own personal Air Force dude. Just call the air support anytime you need it. I sat up. How are the others? Worried about you. I checked up on them while you were coming out of morph. They're scattered around, but okay. Everyone morphed back. X is already in human morph again. Cassie has him with her. I guess I should get down from here, I said. Yeah, Tobias agreed. So, Marco told me what you found out. This is major. Definitely major, I agreed. I stood up and began to look around for a way to escape from the roof. I was too tired and rattled to morph again. Marco says Fisher 3 was there, in a human morph. The guy who showed up in the limo, right? Yeah, I guess so. I mean, Roach eyes are pretty lame. I can only go by what I heard. I saw him leave right after I lifted you out of there, Tobias said. I stopped looking for a ladder to the ground. Tobias was being too talkative, too persistent. Tobias, what is it? What are you trying to get around to telling me? When Visher 3 left, Tom was with him. My first reaction was relief. Visher 3 had ordered someone executed in that meeting. It had not been Tom. How, how did they look together, Visher 3 and Tom? Tom was the only one from the meeting who went with Visher 3, aside from his guards. Tom was acting sort of careful around Visher 3, but he looked like he was pretty cocky around the guards. It's hard to say, Jake, but if I had to guess, I'd say Tom and Visher 3 are tight. Yeah, I said. I have a feeling maybe Tom is kind of responsible for a big part of this hospital plan. I shut up and thought for a second. What will Fisher 3 do to Tom if this great plan is destroyed? Tobias said nothing. He knew the answer. Those who fail of sure 3 die. And that's the end of that chapter. And sorry, got so distracted because I'm like, oh shit, I never got around to making the cover for the review that I'm doing soon. Oh, gods. I have a feeling. Yeah. But hopefully that out of placeness actually added. Please comment down below if it did. I'm sorry. I do actually have ADD, so usually I'm able to not get distracted, but every now and again it's like, oh, here's a wandering thought. Oh, God. Okay, and to help metaphorically kill 2 birds with 1 stone, I'll let you get a little insight into my graphic making while I do these end credit thingy-majigs. So it's, I guess, like a little bonus. Ta-da! Okay, so about the chapter itself, we had heard mention before of Jake's dream, and it's the reason why I did choose a tiger instead of, the fly. I mean, the fly uh was the more is a morph they do later on, but I just found the tiger to be way way more thematically important. Because yes, they do morph the fly, but yeah, but in that dream it sort of hints that there's going to be a role reversal. That it's right now, like, Jake is deciding whether or not to, kill his own brother. And so he's the one making all the choices. But in the near future, it hints at that somehow Tom will have the upper hand on Jake, making him more of a threat, possibly. So I do like that imagery in the dream. I do sort of, I guess, have a thing for good symbolic dreams, dreams that aren't just, they're dreams that aren't just weird to be weird, but they actually have another point. So yeah, so I do like the dream, and I did like when Jake's talking to Tobias and Jake's like, wait a minute. I think he's being just a little too talkative here. It's way too talkative. What's up, Tobias? What you hiding? Yeah. But if you do have any thoughts about the chapter, please comment down below. Let's have a really, really, nerdy conversation. This, but just be warned that I want to keep the YouTube comment section spoiler free. I don't want to go free-for-all. Not free-for-all, but I just don't want major things to be spoiled. This due to the fact that, well, I sort of want people to learn about Animorphs through my videos. Like, I would love for them to start their Animorphs journey via these videos. So that means there are major things that should be encountered, for better or worse, without prior knowledge, that you should run into them. So, but if you do want to talk spoiler-free stuff to me, if you are watching on the YouTubes, you know, there's a link in the description to my Tumblr Ask box. And, you know, just tell me all your favorite fan theories, or your favorite fan theories, what you thought about the chapter, and not just what you thought about the chapter, but only if what you thought about the chapter does include some spoilery stuff. And yeah. And if you are one of those people that are just getting started on Animorphs, not having a real clear idea what's going on, not really clear idea, not really clear idea, you might think, oh, this is, I only thought of Animorphs as these funky covers with kids morphing. And then you're listening to this chapter and you're just like, oh shit, it's a lot different than I originally thought. So, and you're like, hey, I would love to know where I could get my very own copy of Animorphs number 6, The Capture by K. Applegate. And you can get your very own copy of that book, the book I'm reading. If you're watching on the YouTube's link in the description, if you are watching on my blog, the blog link up above, and also link on the sidebar. And if you are sorry, right here, and like making sure I'm signed in, because never mind. And if you're watching on the YouTubes, please like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, please. And when you subscribe, you'll be sure to never ever miss another wonderful video from me again. And I promise I won't do this whole last minute editing thing. I swear is not a common occurrence. I'm like, hey, I don't really have anything going on in the background anyway, so why not? This might be interesting to like a few people. Maybe it'll up my ratings. But anyways, also, okay, I covered the joining if you're on YouTube. If you're watching on my blog, and watching on the desktop version of my blog, please choose the follow by email option, and then you will never ever miss another blog post from me again. And upcoming blog-wise is actually a Game of Thrones written post, but that is taking me just a little bit to get all written out. It's just because I'm doing a lot of things and it really sucks, but it will come out, I swear. Yeah, so if you, yeah, so yeah, if you subscribe to my blog, it's not just going to be videos, there will be written posts. And that's it. And now we just have a real life segment. And I think I'm going to cheat a little. No, I don't want to cheat you by showing you this graphic. I didn't think I put the okay. That now the real life segment will just be me showing you me making a graphic. Yay! And it's going to be actually the book version of Revenge of the Sith. So yeah, like getting the. I'm not really didn't tonight. Didn't really do too much with the background here, but usually I do with transparency and such. But I might have tried if it was more than last minute. But now we come along to the hardest portion, which is the text. Because I find whenever I add text, it feels much harder because I want to keep in line with the rest of the image. Damn it. In line with the rest of the image, and it's written form, and it just seems to be really, really tougher for me. So let's see. Right now I did a light color just so I can see my actual writing, because yeah, I just like to make sure I see it right, because changing of the font style can really just easily make it like harder to read, and you have to change the font color. So let's see. I don't know. I can't. Ah, shit. I should stop. Let me put that in. I accidentally banged into my keyboard. So let's see. I think this is okay. Oh god, what the fuck? I think I fucked up there. Okay, let me actually save as project, because I done fucked up. Okay, let's do that to be funky. And I do save all the covers and such to be funky, just in case something happens with my own computer. Okay. So, because yeah, so like all the Animorphs covers I tend to have as their own projects on here until I'm not doing it anymore. Let's see if we can do a more interesting color. Okay, this is going to backfire. Okay. Okay. Let's do. Okay. So now I am going to do the color I wanted to do here. So therefore I can do a better outline. Okay, that's still. I think this is easier to read. Maybe it is. Maybe this is or it isn't. Oh, god damn. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's flatten that layer there. Star Wars Episode 3. Revenge of the Sith. Goddamn. So yeah, this is going to be actually the review that will be coming up next. Maybe I'll do this in place of real life events going, I'll make a random graphic for you people as I talk. And then maybe just continue it every, like, if I get through the promotion part, then I'll stop and continue each video. Who knows? Dun, 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 dun. You thought you were just getting an Animorphs dramatic read, but now you also get graphics. Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Okay. I'll take it. Let's see. Save as project. Just I sort of like to also save the image without the writing. As I said, the writing's always been like iffy to me. Revenge of the Sith. Okay, da-da-da-da. Congratulations, folks. I'm really sorry about that, but the thing is, I'm going to really have to zoom from this little broadcast right back to the next video because I'll like have no time at all. So anyways, actually, since that was such a big part, I'm kind of off the hopeful wishes. I might actually stop doing that. Anyone who used it as an excuse to drink, I'll keep it for that reason. So, let's drink the health and stuff. Okay. My drink tonight is sparkling ice. Basically carbonated flavored water. 3, 2, 1. And that'll be it. And as I've already stated, the next video will be my review of the novelization of Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, and the novelization was written by Matthew Stover. So I'll be voicing my opinions on the novelization very soon, so please stay tuned. I'm so fucking sorry about that, and I could do it off screen and just be distracted, or I could show you. Yay! So if you didn't like me making a graphic after I was done reading and basically doing the end credits, if you liked that, please comment below, and maybe I'll do it again. Won't do a full graphic. I'll do one graphic over a period of time. So, and until next video, goodbye.